Hey guys, what's going on? Ed here, and today we're going to be taking a look at everybody's favorite little yellow bug that's being overproduced by Hasbro, Bumblebee. This is the Generations 30th anniversary IDW version figure of Bumblebee. And Blazemaster, his little, I don't even know what I want to call it, his target master, I don't know, whatever they're called, the little extra guys that come with them. This is, again, from the Generations 30th thing or whatever. Here's the box. Zoom out a little bit, you can see the cover art up there. Got tech specs down there, IDW, blah blah blah. And yes, these are IDW, not scaled, but already designed after. This one is actually after the Robots in Disguise IDW comic, which I have pulled up on my computer. As you can see, Bumblebee here, and everyone thinks this is a very similar look to his War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron form, which it is. It's almost identical. It looks very, very much like that. And the robot mode, you'll see even more. His vehicle mode, this one just kind of looks like an Earth car or something, but his vehicle mode actually looks a lot like, or his robot mode looks a lot like the War for Cybertron toy, which I'll show off in a minute. Here is Blazemaster, his little headmaster, mini-con, spy changer, whatever you want to call it. You can, I think, plug onto the back like this. And this reminds me of Armada Hotshot, how you could plug Jolt onto the back of him, which is kind of nostalgic. I loved that toy. But yeah, so I'm going to look at Bumblebee first. So how to transform Bumblebee, it's pretty simple. You're just going to untab all of this and just kind of unkeep it together, and these little feet part are going to swing out. This whole little section is going to come out. You can take the arms out like this, and the hands here, to transform them, you're just going to move these parts up and hopefully not snap the leg off like I just did on both sides. And after you do that, you're just going to slide this entire section down, so he's got his big chest there. Pop his little arms off, or out, fold his little feet down, and there you have Bumblebee in his robot mode, Cybertronian robot mode. And again, let's take a look at the comic. He is no doubt about it, IDW Robots in Disguise Bumblebee. So again, very cool that, if I can freaking get my camera on there, that the Generations line is catering to the comics, because the comics are my favorite storyline. And the fact that they're making little figures for them is really cool. I know that Starscream and Megatron are coming out soon, or they're already out, but not really out, but here he is. There's Optimus kicking him in the head. There's Optimus compared to Bumblebee. He's about the same height, not really too short, but you know, he's there. There he is next to the deluxe class Fall of Cybertron Bumblebee. This is an old custom of mine, so it's not really clean, but you can tell very similar because of the wheels, big arms on the wheels, the big puffed out chest, and just how everything is designed on the two figures, that they're very, very similar designs, but the IDWB is obviously much smaller and after the comics. And the cool thing is about in the comics, there is a lot of War for Cybertron designs, like Starscream. Starscream's walking around, and if you read the comics, you get to see a lot of War for Cybertron designs, like Wheeljack, Perceptor, Ironhide, tons of the Decepticons, Soundwave, all these other Cybertronian forms that you didn't get to see in the games or anywhere else. So really cool if you read the comics. I really suggest checking those out. So for articulation on B, no head joint, unfortunately. You're going to get a ball joint here, an upper arm joint right here, another ball joint at the elbow, which is awesome. No waist articulation, ball joints here at the hip, and then the ankles, or the ankles won't bend. The ankles are just stationary feet. The knees bend not too far. I don't think they bend any farther than that. You know, they don't really go any farther. But yeah, like, that's really good articulation for a Legends class figure, because normally these Legends class guys don't even have leg or arm articulation, and this is really cool to see. B over there, we got Blazemaster, his Micron, Minicon, fuck it, I don't even know what to call the thing. To transform him into his gun mode, which he does have, you just kind of take this whole section and flip it up like that, flip the tail end up, and his chopper mode Gatling gun becomes the handle, which is weird enough, and you can just kind of put this in Bumblebee's hand. After you pop the router out, you're supposed to pop the little router, whatever the fuck it's called, rotor. And it's kind of loose in his hand, but he holds it. And so he's got this big blaster thing there. And the blade that actually comes off of him will go into the wheels. Any wheel you want on Bumblebee. It becomes sort of like a rotating shield weapon sort of thing. That's really cool. I like that. And also, he does have a robot mode that is kind of stupid, to be honest. He's not really the coolest little mini guy ever. I definitely like Roller a lot better. Let me get that back in there. So yeah, I don't know if you're actually supposed to keep the rotator thing in when he's in his robot mode, but to do that, you basically flip the little Gatling gun up, and then you flip this back, and that's it. That's his little robot mode. So he does have some nice detail, I will admit that. I do like that. He's got a big-ass butt. And he does stand fairly well with the router rotator thing on his back, just like that. So, I mean, he's there. He's not really the coolest guy ever, but oh well. So that's about it. I'm going to give this guy an 8 out of 10 on the Ed scale, because it's just really cool that we finally have like an IDW design that's in toy form. And I know how, let's see, Springer and Blitzwing are out. Springer and Blitzwing are both, I've checked, they are IDW designs. They were in the comics, both of them. If you read The Last Stand of the Wreckers, you'll see a lot of Springer and the design that the toy came from. And if you read some of the other ones, you'll get to see some of the designs, like Blitzwing, and then the new ones coming out, or Orion Pax and Megatron and all of them are coming out soon, and they come with IDW Spotlight comics. And point is, there's a lot of IDW toys coming out, and that is really cool, because IDW honestly has the coolest Transformer designs that I've ever seen. They're like a mix of War for Cybertron, G1, and occasionally they throw a little bit of Prime in there. I know there's a new comic series coming out with Megatron coming back and whatever, and Bulkhead's going to be in it, which is really cool. So maybe somewhere in 2014-15 we'll see an IDW Bulkhead toy and some really cool customs and stuff. But yeah, that's about it. Definitely going to be picking up Starscream and Megatron when they come out. The Starscream is from the, I forget it, but it's one of the earlier comic series. It's like Infiltration, I believe, that the Starscream is based after. And the Megatron is the Origins Megatron, which is the start of all of the IDW comics. So basically, if you read all the IDW comics in order, there's a reading list. It starts with the origin of Megatron, talking about how he was originally a Cybertronian miner, and how the Senate was corrupt and just ruining his life, and blah blah blah, and it goes back to that, and it was actually a very interesting read. It's a 4-part comic, and the fact that they're making a little minifigure of that is just so freaking cool, because I really, really like Megatron in the origin. He's got like a He's got like caution tape on his head or something like that. Just the design of him is really cool. But that's about enough rambling. If you guys, again, just want to read it for yourself, go check out the IDW comics. I'm sure you can find them scanned somewhere online or buy them at your local hobby or local comic store. And you can find Bumblebee. I found mine at Target a while ago, and I'm sure that you can find them at Walmart's. I've seen them trickling in there. So that's about it, guys. Again, highly recommend this figure, and I'll see you all next time.